I'm Rylee DeGood. Thanks for joining us. Wyoming still has the lowest gas prices in the nation, with the national average around $3.88 per gallon. Colin was told many times that the slogan on this bracelet was inappropriate for school. He was told to either turn it around or take it off. A Colorado man is in jail after being caught with more than $400,000 worth of marijuana. 100 people in attendance, all with the same goal: fire Pelosi. Thanks to a grocery store shopper, the man wanted for attempting to bomb a Colorado mall last Wednesday has been caught. Last year, they recycled 3.8 tons of aluminum, 1.4 tons of plastic, and piles of this stuff. Secretary of the Interior Ken Salazar made a big announcement at South High School in Cheyenne today. It's a beautiful day out there today, and it's the first full day of spring.
It's the first full.
Here with new Governor-elect Matt Mead. Matt, what is going through your mind right now?
Well, we are very excited.
First, we have windy conditions again. Yesterday was windy. Today would be more like breezy. The city of Cheyenne is suing Laramie County over new regulations regarding subdivision. When American men and women serve in the military, the government promises to take care of them when they come home. This week, we highlight a young Cheyenne man who is at the top of his game, competing in 6 different countries, when one incident changed his life forever. He's maybe the main contributor to the counties and state, but there are also many other businesses that will also benefit from the influx in revenue. The energy is still very high out here at Little America, even though the gubernatorial race was called 2 hours ago. Ralph Leslie is what some would call a train jumper.
I do find it's a little easier getting from town to town on a train.
He took to the tracks when tragedy struck the one thing he cared most about.
I was married for 40 years to a little lady, my lady, and she died of breast cancer a couple years ago. And after that, my whole world just seemed to turn over.
Gone with her was his reason to live.
I just didn't really care about anything anymore, and I wanted to, I don't know, I guess I don't know if you call me a coward or not, but I wanted to die, but I was too scared to do that.
He lost his house, his job, and turned to what he thought would fill the void he felt inside.
I turned into an alcoholic for the last couple of years, and when I'm in Denver, I really drink and I also use drugs. And my friends, associates and all of that, everybody's either in drugs or alcohol. And I want to get away from that life.
Now he's looking for a second chance and is hopeful that one of these stops along the track will be his last.
I'm just going to move on down the road until somebody will be able to help me, give me a job. And
Ralph isn't just doing this for himself, but for the one he loved and lost.
And I don't think my lady would like seeing me in this situation, but here I am.
Reporting for your station,
going on down the track.
Rylee DeGood, CBS News, Channel 5. It's a piece of rubber sporting this slogan that has caused quite the controversy at Laramie Junior High School.
Just for breast cancer.
Colin's mom, Tina, bought him this $4 accessory after cancer struck their family.
My husband was diagnosed with cancer, and Colin really didn't respond a whole well.
And after going to visiting him at his chemotherapy, I'd see the ladies in there with the breast cancer getting treated for breast cancer.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, and I was wrong.
Colin was told many times that the slogan on this bracelet was inappropriate for school. He was told to either turn it around or take it off.
Anytime we get to looking at dress code kinds of issues and all, there's a lot of judgment in terms of that whole piece in there.
Principal Carroll says he's heard from people on both sides of this issue.
It's not like it's a clear-cut issue at all.
But in the end, the principal deemed the ban too offensive for school, which does not sit well with this Laramie mom.
I think that he has the right to support cancer in whatever way he feels possible.
She says there's many things in a junior high that could be thought of as offensive.
I've seen kids that have guns on their shirt, which to me could be taken as, you know, promoting violence, gang violence, and with all the shootings in the school, that would be more offensive than breast cancer.
Tina says she will continue to fight for her son's right to wear the bracelet that she says symbolizes more than just the phrase displayed on the outside. Reporting from Laramie, Rylee DeGood, CBS News, Channel 5. Looking around the streets in Laramie County, 1 of every 14 people you pass are jobless.
You know, the lowest, I can't remember what county, I think it's Sweetwater County this morning had 3.7 unemployment compared to us at around 7% unemployment. So we would be very hopeful that that would happen.
This hope comes from the oil and gas industry, a business he says is known for driving up salaries and creating jobs.
Cheyenne is one of those communities that we're right on the cusp of a lot of different kinds of businesses that would move here if we were just a little bit bigger.
Geologist and owner of Rose Exploration out of Colorado, Bob Koski, says though there's a lot to be said about oil and gas helping local economies, there are groups in the workforce that it could end up hurting. Like one example he brought back from Williston, North Dakota, the site of the Bakken oil play.
There's a darker side, and that's the fact that a lot of people who are working in fast food restaurants have found that maybe they can make a little bit more money in the oil industry, so maintaining employees for some of the fast food places becomes more of an issue.
Fast food salaries in Williston have gone up about 26% since more than 157 new rigs were drilled in 2007.
It certainly does drive wages up, and that is a double-edged sword. I mean, long-term, it's a very positive thing that wages increase. However, short-term, especially for some of our smaller employers, it will be a challenge for them.
The main source of new jobs that come with an oil boom are those with oil and gas production.
There's sort of a feeding chain through drilling a well, and on the high side probably 40 or 50 companies, both in and out of oil industry sector, will be involved in the drilling of a well.
Each well needs truckers who set up and tear down the rig, plus those who carry water, sand, and fuel on and off location. The average salary of a truck driver can range anywhere from $34,000 to $61,000 a year. That averages about $20 an hour. That's twice as much as fast food workers and 4 times as much as Wyoming's minimum wage. With over 9.2 million jobs in the U.S. related to the oil and gas industry, many in southeast Wyoming hope a boom will mean lower unemployment and a higher standard of living. Reporting from Cheyenne, Rylee DeGood, CBS News, Channel 5.
I started here boxing. I started at 8 years old.
Vincent Montoya comes from a boxing family.
It's been around my whole life. For me, boxing just means a lifestyle.
His dream to turn pro.
And after a lot of negotiating, I came up with the contract.
But in an instant, his dream shattered.
We got a phone call at 5 in the morning that he had been in an accident. He was coming home with this contract from Colorado, and he dozed off at the wheel and crossed over and went underneath the semi.
I broke my leg pretty bad in 3 places and shattered my knees.
Tore his aorta, and they put 4 plates in his face. It was a miracle that he didn't die.
The lifestyle he once knew was now just a distant memory of what was.
So I won 2 national titles while I was boxing, and I was on the USA team for 2 years in 05 and 06. And fought in 6 countries with the USA team. It's still hard sometimes, you know, when you see a lot of the guys that I box with on the USA team are on ESPN and HBO fighting professionally.
But instead of letting this one instant define his life, he picked up the pieces and got back in the ring.
I choose to just look at the positive side of it. You know, I'm still here. I have fun coaching. I have fun working with the kids.
Though his dream to compete professionally has taken a hit, his new goal is to help others see their dreams come true. Reporting for your station, Rylee DeGood, CBS News, Channel 5.